Joseph Gordon Biden Jr. was born on November 20th, 1942, just 3 years after the Second World War. Coincidence? Well, let's not jump to conclusions, and let's look at the facts. 1. There's only one Joseph Gordon Biden. 2. He was born in 1942. And 3. Just 3 years later marked the end of the Second World War. 1, 2, 3. Now before I continue, I want to give a quick shout out to the users on the Joe Biden subreddit. There's a lot of really talented people there, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So we all know how the official story goes. He became a lawyer in 1969 and was elected to the Newcastle County Council in 1970. He was first elected to the US Senate in 1972 when he became the 6th youngest senator in American history. He served as the 47th Vice President of the United States. It's a plausible story, right? There's no need to look into this, is there? Well, recently released court documents prove that this is pure bullshit. It's just another terrible lie brought to you by the mainstream media. Before I analyze all the information I have though, I just want to remind you guys, do not take my word for it, okay? You need to do your own research, you need to do your homework, okay? Okay, so the first leaked document was a bill of sale which allegedly proves there is more than one Joseph Gordon Biden. This would mean that Joseph Gordon Biden is using a fake identity to engage in acts of international super-terrorism. The evidence is compelling. In 1995, when one Joseph Gordon Biden was at a press conference, the other Joseph Gordon Biden was most likely in Bosnia, starting an ethnic cleansing campaign. There were several eyewitness accounts who all said the same thing. It was him. Locals call him Joe Biden Sr. But how could one Joe Biden be any more senior than the other one? It sounds suspicious, right? Well, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's look at the facts. The second court document released was a sworn affidavit from Joe Biden's younger sister, Valerie Biden. She says he wasn't actually born an only child. He had two brothers, James and Francis Biden. The fact that he has two siblings would change everything. If we add 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 2, we get 16. And November 20th is the 314th day of the year. If we multiply 314 by 16, we get 5,024. Now that number doesn't relate to anything. But 5,024 divided by the number of siblings he has is 1,674.67. Now this would suggest that he was actually born in 1675, but that doesn't make any sense. No one could live to be over 300 years old, right? Well, already we can see something is wrong here. Things aren't quite adding up. But let's not jump to conclusions, and let's look at the facts. Now, the third court document was a sworn statement from Barack Obama. It detailed the truth about how being born 3 years after the end of the Second World War was not an accident, but a tactical decision. But this tactical decision meant he was able to climb through the ranks in politics to become vice president with little to no effort at all. These documents prove that Joseph Gordon Biden Jr. was not born on November 20th, 1942, as he would have us believe. It also proves that there's more than one Joseph Gordon Biden, and also explains why the Second World War almost came to an end. Can we really accept this man into our hearts, knowing what we know now? That's a difficult question that really doesn't have a right answer. Personally, I don't know how I'm going to get any sleep tonight.